Push rhymes, I pin down paper crimes. Write about street life, call it paper crimes. Like Tony throwing up signs. I push rap lines, make another dime, call it paper crimes. Push rhymes, I pin down paper crimes. Write about street life, call it paper crimes. Like Tony throwing up signs.
Sup? I caught my wife cheating on me, so I divorced her in an epic way. I wonder if, because of an epic way, he had a pack of condoms, threw it at her face, and was like, "Hey, you need it more than I do." Would that be? I mean, that would be epic, but savage as hell. That would be so funny if he did that. Though
I've been going through a rough patch with my wife recently, so I decided to put in more effort to be more emotionally available and help around the house. One day, as I was charging an old iPad for my son to use, I accidentally stumbled upon some messages from my wife's Facebook Messenger that was still logged in. It was with a guy named JBC from her hometown. The messages weren't completely inappropriate, but I made a mental note to keep an eye on this. The next day, I left her some sweet notes.
What? No. No. See, that's where you went wrong. That's where you clucked up. Right. You need to handle the problem, the source, right then and there. Don't prolong it. Don't keep it pushing. Right. Don't act like, you need to handle the situation right then and there it is. As soon as you saw the messages, and as soon as as soon as you knew it was inappropriate, that's when you should have said, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I love doing this now. It's very subtle, but when I shake my head, I love feeling like my joints shaking. I love that. It shakes more in the back than it does in the front. Pause. But that's what you should have did. You should have woke your wife up and then tell her what's up? Explain yourself. Even though it's not really much to explain. I mean, it's right there, but.
Her how much I appreciated her, and she was once again in the corner of the living room, texting her girlfriends.
Sus!
I took the boy's iPad to the office, opened up Facebook Messenger, and watched in real time as my wife tore me down. My flaws, my insecurities, and secrets I entrusted to my partner.
Damn.
I managed to take screenshots, but she was deleting them as the conversation was unfolding. I wasn't emotionally capable of confronting her, so I...
Wait, she was deleting the conversations, or she was deleting the screenshots? Because if she was deleting the screenshots, then she would have to have known that somebody or her husband was in on the conversation. Just saying. I feel like she knows what's up. And I feel like she knows she's been caught, or she knows something. But she's still going along with it.
Frank, trying to figure out what to do.
Right.
What's wrong? She asked.
What?
I just had a bad day. A couple minutes later, I was watching the iPad as the train wreck kept unfolding. Messages that were clearly inappropriate, and my wife was completely into it.
Jesus.
JBC even sprinkled some I love yous in there.
Wow.
So became the worst 2 weeks of my life, drinking and losing myself in the relationship.
2 weeks?
I consulted a lawyer and had him draft a strong separation agreement stating that she would move out. She would get weekend visitation, no child support in the interim until the divorce is final. I also found out that JBC was coming to town to spend a weekend of quality time with my wife in a nice hotel. The next day, she's buttering me up and wanting to take a spa weekend with our daughter to relax, and when she gets back, we can really focus on our marriage.
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty slut. That's crazy. Why would you be in a relationship, but you're cheating consistently? Like, it's pretty frequently. What's the point of even still being in a relationship if you're doing it with somebody else? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Just end the relationship. Unless, I don't know. What are the chances that he's doing the same thing? What the hell? Like, how can you be in a, how can you live with yourself like that? That doesn't make any sense. And you already knew who you are as a person before getting into that marriage. You knew you was a player. You knew you was out on these streets. What's the point of, that doesn't make any sense. And especially now, her friend is coming into town. You definitely gonna have to watch her every move. Every single move.
I go along with it.
Stop.
At this point, most of my feelings for her are completely gone, and I'm just seething with anger like I've never felt before. The day arrives. I take the day off work, and I withdraw half of any money in any accounts we are joined on, and I left hers alone. I stop by at Office Max, and I print out about 75 pages of Facebook Messenger screenshots.
What the hell?
She texts me that she's taking off and that she loves me. I tell her to have fun. At about 8:30, I show up to the hotel and call my wife's phone from the lobby, but it goes straight to voicemail. So I walk up to the front desk and I ask if I can use the phone to be connected to JBC's room. It rings 3 times, and he picks up. Hello? JBC, can you send my wife down to the lobby, please? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay then, I guess I'll have to call Mrs. JBC to get her down here. Totally a bluff. I knew he was married and I knew her first name, but that was it. You got 5 minutes.
What?
Not even 2 minutes later, my wife comes walking out of the elevator looking a little flustered. It's not what it seems. I'm not here to argue.
What you mean it's not what it seems? It looked like you just got that down. Hair looking crazy. Clothes not really on you right now. Bra strap kind of on the side. You walking a little crippled. Breath smelling like what? What did Hodge trying to say? Dick cheese? Oh, shit. You got the whole 9 right now. You got the whole 9. And you talking about it's not what it seems. And you sweating. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Things that are said in this pile of papers are what's going on. The only way I'm not giving a copy of this to our daughter, your parents, and emailing it to everyone we know is if you move out immediately. Her professional life is built up around her image, so I knew she would protect it at all costs. Here is a separation agreement that I think is more than fair considering what's going on. I'm going to need you to look this over, sign it, and leave it at the house when you get your stuff. Do you want to look through these screenshots? No. Okay, go have fun with JBC. Do not come back to the house or I'm going to send this to everyone. As I'm exiting the lobby, I can hear her start to have a breakdown. She texted and called over and over, wanting to talk.
Delete.
I just turned the phone off, and by the time Monday afternoon rolled around, there were movers getting her stuff.
There you
Delivered the agreement. She wants another chance. She wants her family back.
Bull.
I have no intention of ever taking her back.
Bullshit.
I tell her she needs to set up marriage counseling on her own at a time that works for me. I tell her that I can't live with her, but she should be around the children to try and maintain a relationship with her. So starts our new normal of her coming over the house, cooking, and having dinner with the kids 3 nights a week. We went to marriage counseling. It consisted of her working through her issues with a therapist trying to figure out why she did it, her begging for forgiveness, and me stoically playing the victim. I was never going to give her another chance.
Right.
All I wanted to do was kill time, establish myself as the primary caregiver to the kids, and establish her as not having residency in the house.
Okay.
After a few months, I go to my own therapist and get diagnosed with depression and PTSD. I ask my work if it's possible to go to part-time for the foreseeable future to deal with personal issues. 6 months of therapy go by.
Damn.
I told her that I couldn't forgive her right now and that I wanted an amicable divorce. But she is still the love of my life, and maybe someday we could give it another try.
My ass.
She was devastated, but agreed to the divorce if I promised to try again someday. Once the divorce was filed, I needed the kids to want to stay with me. So I left the Google search for how to survive your wife's infidelity up on the shared PC at home. And I left some printed out infidelity articles not so hidden in the kitchen. My daughter found them and came to me crying. I told her she wasn't supposed to find those, that mom made a mistake, that mom still loves her, and that I would always be here for her. My sweet daughter, who used to hold my wife in such high regard, now wouldn't talk to her without screaming, and it crushed her.
Jesus.
Not surprisingly, when the court needed statements from the kids a few months later, little brother followed big sister's lead, and they both wanted to stay with dad in the house they grew up in. When the divorce was finalized, I got the house, I got primary custody of the kids, I got awarded generous child support due to the difference in our incomes due to me working part-time.
There it is.
So in the eyes of my kids, I'm the patron saint of fatherhood for taking the high road and always being there. In the eyes of my ex, I'm the one that got away and that she will always pine for. I make her believe that there will be a chance that we will get back together. But that is never going to happen.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about.
I wanted to do a short Q&A since I asked you all to comment your questions a while ago. Steven, you take so long. I know, I'm terrible. But I'm doing it now, so it's okay. What is your favorite anime? Oh, there's so many I enjoy, so...
Naruto.
Here's a bunch of them.
Hey.
You know, recently I've been watching a lot of Death Note episode reactions, specifically 24 and 25. Have you ever been noticed in public for your videos? One that I'll always remember would be at the airport when I was checking in my bag with my dad and we were standing in line, arguing for about 2 to 3 minutes, and right when I finished talking, the girl in front of me turns around and asks, "Are you Steven?" You should have seen the dumb look on my face. Awkward, because she might have been eavesdropping the entire time. If you could have an unlimited amount of one food, what would it be? Carne asada fries. Carne asada fries. Carne asada fries. Are you dating anyone? Why you gotta bring this up, man? I still haven't found my waifu yet, and I'm sick of just staring at my body pillow for all. Tell us a scary experience from your childhood. Well, when I was in elementary school up until the beginning of high school, I would be trapped in this building for hours. My mother forced me to stay there about 3 days a week. I hated every minute and I couldn't escape.
What?
And that place was called... If you know, you know. Very scary. Are there any creepy stories from your life that you can recall? There was one night when I was about 8 years old, playing a game in my room, when I suddenly heard a woman screaming in fear outside the apartment. And at first, I didn't pay much attention to it, but it was so intense, like she was being taken away, screaming, "Someone call the police! Someone call the police!" over and over and over. So I quickly rushed to the window and looked outside, but I couldn't see the woman at all. And she was still yelling, and I remember there were people walking around the street, but I don't think they did anything. Like, no one called the police. I saw this guy just kind of hesitate and just stand there. Suddenly the screaming stops, and I just see this car driving away quickly. And I'm not exactly sure if she was inside that car, but that's what I assumed. What's your favorite story you've animated? My favorite is the stalker that became my roommate's boyfriend video, and I remember being very excited to start drawing right after reading it, but I also felt very nervous uploading it since it was the first video I did using someone else's story. I think that whole process of being excited to work on it, nervous to put it out, and having it do well is the best feeling, and it's what made the channel what it is today. Okay, last question. What would you be doing if you weren't making YouTube videos? Well, in college, I was thinking of pursuing physical therapy after graduating, but I most likely would have done something related to social media or film if I didn't do YouTube. Alright, that's all the questions for today. If you guys want me to do more Q&As in the future, ask me your questions in the comments below, and you could be in a future episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.
So, I've never experienced anybody cheating on me. You gotta be crazy to cheat on me. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay? But I know some of y'all, most of y'all, hopefully not, but I know it's a lot of you all that has been cheated on, or you did the cheating. But for the ones that have been cheated on, what was the most like savage or like the most like shocking cheating experience? I guess I don't know. I don't really know how to word it, but like, what was the most shocking experience? Excuse me, of you being cheated on? Let me know that in the comment section below. But like, you, right, the viewer, the fans. Oh wow, I don't know if y'all heard that. My throat did some weird shit. Pause. But how would you all handle your significant other doing a cheat? Like, you notice your significant other was cheating. How would you handle that? Would you try to correct the problem or like solve the problem or confront your significant other right then and there as soon as you realized that your partner was cheating? Or would you do what he did and play along with it as if you didn't know until it got to a certain point where you had, it's your breaking point, and it's like you gotta say something, like you gotta do something? Because for me, I would feel like I would confront my partner right then and there. I don't want to prolong it. I don't want to keep going. Like, what's the point? That's weird. But yeah, like I said, I've never been cheated on. I don't want to be cheated on, but Yeah, and I heard getting cheated on sucks. So if you ever been cheated on, I am so sorry. But there's always signs. There's always flags. You just gotta notice it and do something about it. Hopefully you do something about it right then and there instead of going along with it. Unless you're both doing the cheating, then oh God. No, but I hope anybody that's in a relationship right now is in a healthy, awesome, lovable, just all around great relationship. And just hold that partner nice and strongly until forever. But if you're in the middle of knowing that your partner is doing the cheating, please try to stop it, or please try to confront your partner right then and there. Please, Jesus. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.